a result of succession conflicts, since they were fighting for power. Another point, they also migrated due to the external conflicts. Like the Bantu in West Africa, they were forced to move southwards into East Africa by the Dinka. They were forced with a lot of attacks from the Dinka. They also migrated from their Prado land because of the natural calamities like drought and famine, which were a result of floods.
There was no anything to stop women from producing, and there was fatigue in women. Since there was no family planning, they were producing carrots.
Yes, Hassan has got an argument. Because by then there was no science and technology. Yes. The natives by that time didn't know anything to do with family planning. So according to his argument, he says women were giving birth naturally and probably could find one wife having over 12 children. So to him, that caused population increase.
All skills education is better in such a way that students are able to understand what they cannot understand, and getting new ideas from various channels like YouTube. We were able to see what we were not even imagining. So I see this core skill education a better way of learning, and this way is also applicable in such a way that even if a student goes back home, can be able to get more knowledge as coordinates with teacher online.
About course skill education, it helps someone to get wider knowledge about some things and also get live examples, rather than you're in class, the teacher is just giving you notes. When the teacher gives you examples, you may not be able to see how that example looks like. And
first of all, very grateful to British Council for introducing our teachers to these core skills. We had a team of teachers go for training, and after that we engaged them in training teachers with these new core skills of critical thinking and problem solving, communication and collaboration. We have digital literacy, citizenship, and many others. We underwent a training.
This is Ivan, a physics teacher as well as a mathematics teacher from St. Kizito S.S Bugolobi. With this type of learning, it is very relevant in the teaching and learning process of the learners. One reason as to why I'm emphasizing it is because it helps the learners to actually see what they are learning. With this visual learning, the learner is able to recall the concepts earlier on that were taught, if I compare it with the traditional way of teaching, where we just write work on the chalkboard and students copy into their books. I actually prefer that digital literacy is the best way to improve the academic performance of all the Ugandan students and as well as the world at large. With those few remarks, I want to say that digital literacy is the best. Thank you.
We thank British Council for introducing us very many aspects of learning, including the core skills. I believe that the way we prepare students for the 21st century is different from the way we were prepared. We need to prepare children in a different way. So the way we are prepared is not the way we are preparing students today. So therefore, we need a complete new approach and a new set of skills to make them cope up with the challenges of the world today and tomorrow. So therefore, we must realize today that the children have already migrated from the classes to the digital world. So the issue of digital literacy is really very fundamental. As we prepare learners, we must prepare them and include the aspect of digital literacy because that's the world they are already in, and that's the world they are going to be working, and they will really be facing. It's a basic skill that they need to work in the world outside. So therefore, any school that is trying to prepare the child must pay attention to this. It's a bit of challenging for us in Africa, but I believe we can do it in our own simple way. Creativity and imagination is quite key. We don't have a lot of resources, but with the creativity and innovation and imagination, we can be able to pass behind the lack of resources and use simple materials available to us and to be able to teach the learners. And also to teach the learners to be creative, because creativity and innovation is a way which we can get novel ideas that can solve today's problems in the world. And we must teach children to work together, to collaborate. It's no longer me and me, but us. They say that none is better than us. So if we collaborate and work together. So as we do some work in the classroom, our children collaborating, are they learning to work together? Are they learning to care for each other? The same thing that they will do in the place of work. And today's world is a world full of information. We are in information age, and that means there is lots and lots of information. Some of them may not be relevant for what you are doing. So the idea of critical thinking is very, very important. You must be able to sift through what is fundamental for you and for what you are going to be doing. I love this definition of critical thinking, that it is thinking about your thinking as you think in order to think better. So I think if we teach our learners to think very, very critically, they will be greater problem solvers today and tomorrow, and to be the leaders of today and tomorrow, and to be a global citizen, solve global issues and handle global issues like global warming, which is an issue which is affecting all of us. Things that affect us today does not affect only us, but affect all of us across the globe. So we must produce students who are very sensitive to what happens across their boundaries, across their cities, and in the world over, such that we work together and make the global village a better place to live in.